Hope you're doing great. Now, news with me. There's more happiness in giving than in receiving. These were Jesus' words according to St. Paul's. But why is this? Surely the receiver is happy too, but the giver is happier. I think the receiver is satisfied with his needs, while the giver sacrifices his sweat and blood for heavenly glory. I mean, the giver's happiness is not ordinary, but heavenly, ethereal, united with God's. And it also comes from the following rewards according to Isaiah chapter 58, verses 8 to 12. Your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will come quickly. Your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. You shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry for help, and he will say, Here I am. Your light shall rise in the darkness, and your gloom shall become like midday. Then the Lord will guide you always, and satisfy your thirst in parched places, and will give strength to your bones. You shall be like a watered garden, like a flowing spring, whose waters never fail. Your people shall rebuild the ancient ruins. The foundations from ages past you shall raise up. Repairer of the breach, they shall call you. Restorer of ruined dwellings. Wonderful blessings for a giver. No wonder it is happier giving, especially when doing so drains you one way or the other, but you did it anyway with love. The whole chapter of 58 of Isaiah tells us instances of giving in order to reap these rewards. When we go through it, perhaps we should compare it with today's circumstances in our country and world. So here we go. First of all, do we break unjust fetters, undo the thongs of the yoke, let the oppressed go free, and break all yokes? Or instead, do we kidnap and traffic innocent people to enslave them in various ways, or force them into our beliefs, or even destroy lives and property for ulterior motives? Secondly, do we share our food with the hungry and shelter the homeless poor? If you see someone lacking clothes, do you clothe him and not turn away from your own king? Or instead, do you hoard palliatives or birthday souvenirs, render citizens homeless, poor, and in despair by all manner of corruption and allocation of the nation's treasury to yourself just because you are in a public office? Thirdly, do you deprive yourself for the sake of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the afflicted? Or instead, do you use your position and office of service for your selfish gains, thereby inflicting sufferings on a mass of people? Search yourself and your conscience and change for the better while you still can. Life is a gift for doing the most good that you can, and good is derived from giving. Parents, do not relent in teaching your children the acts of love and giving. When they get older, they will apply it in service to mankind in any position they find themselves. Public servants and political leaders, your positions are those of service to many. A disservice by selfishness and greed will lead to the suffering and bloodshed of many in your hands, and so the consequent volume of bad reward upon you, if not on earth, in the life after. Brothers and sisters, forgiveness is given, while vengeance is destructive to life and soul. Charity and sharing with one another are joyful and filling. Tolerance of one another is peaceful and fosters understanding, and love heals and renews. All acts of giving should be done with love. Their reward, as mentioned earlier, are tremendously impactful on the giver, more than on the receiver. But the receivers also enjoy the goodness of the giver and the goodness that trickles down from the giver. A child brought up to love will grow to serve mankind. A public servant will save a lot of lives. A political leader will enhance and add value to many lives. You and I will bring joy to many and peace among many, all from acts of giving in love. Then our country and world will be better for it. You will experience heavenly joy and a blessing in Isaiah chapter 58. I am Ifai Chukwu, asking us to embrace charity and service in all spheres of life for the good and well-being of one another. Be a giver, it is more rewarding. May God help us as we do so. This is my musing today. Thanks for listening. See you again by God's grace.